Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Success Stories. I'm Jim Merrill, and we have David Esau with us today from Click Track Marketing. Welcome, David.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jim.
Oh, man, I love it. Let's talk beginning. So, parents entrepreneurs by any chance?
Actually, my grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were engaged in this early on.
Yeah, George Esau, he started Esau Supply back in El Cajon. I think it was 1954, and then incorporated 56. Bought the building and everything.
Family biz.
Had up to 90 employees at one point.
Holy moly.
Doors and windows. Built, a ton in San Diego. Finished carpentry, molding, casing, everything you can think of. And then I ended up working there for over 10 years myself.
Oh, did you really? What age? When did you start?
I started sweeping the floors, all the dust.
Because you could.
Exactly. Right after school, I think I was 14.
Perfect.
And worked there until I was 24.
Big believer in getting kids in junior high to get out and start working.
I think it helped just teach me a lot.
Yeah. So what did you pick up by just being around the business and being around an entrepreneur at the time? Did you know what you were picking up, or just kind of soaking it all up by accident?
Just soaking it up. Imagine myself eventually,
doing your own thing.
No, I actually thought I'd probably run the company at some point.
Ah, okay.
So I'd learn all the different aspects from building some of the doors, deliveries, just checking in material, understanding what everything was.
Wow.
Did a lot of sales.
Cool.
But yeah, started with that, checked invoices. I remember I found out there was a misprint from it was like a 10 to, they said, 1,000 that we ordered. So we ended up saving, there was an invoice that was going to be paid, and it was like a few $1,000s. It should have been a couple $100.
Aha, CFO. A young CFO
like
says, we're not spending that money. I like
Exactly.
it. I like it. Learn that right off the bat. So what ended up happening? Did he not sell it to you, or did it just die on its own volition because businesses do that? Or
I think I started looking at doing other things. I got into music, and we were lucky that my grandpa built
drummer, right?
Drummer.
I love it.
And that is the loudest without a volume control. So my parents were over me playing at home.
They have electric drums now.
They do.
Headsets.
And they're pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But nothing like the acoustic.
No.
So we built the room in the back. My grandpa actually ended up having a heart attack while we were building it. Triple bypass surgery, lived another 12 or so years.
Good.
Came out of that. That was scary. So I didn't have to pay for rehearsal studio. My whole band and I, we played in the back of Esau Supply for many years, right behind Superior Sound. Then after that, I think I was 25, had an afro. We were playing. I did some touring, and then I decided to move to Arizona for a few years.
So all that's, education. And when you're talking about learning digital, because Click Track Marketing is digital marketing agency, you're learning all along. So you get into a band, and typically nowadays bands have to do digital marketing because that's the only way they break. So I'm assuming you were involved and learned a lot of stuff from just doing it.
Started with Esau Supply, started learning, okay, how do we show up online? We needed a domain. We started building that stuff. And then as a band, promotions, right? I would go to every single show that was in the same, genre or similar that I thought people would like our band, and pass out flyers. Most of the times people pick them up, throw them on the ground, but there'd be 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 people that would show up, enjoy the band, and then next time they would bring their friends. So we just kept doing that. And then on the digital side, we were able to be quite successful on mp3.com. We were making hundreds of dollars per day. We'd save up money, and that was because I would go to Napster. I would copy and paste, hey, if you like Jimmy Eat World, check out my band on mp3.com/Jack's Broken Heart. And we ended up getting so many plays that it would just ramp up. And it was The Offspring, Newfound Glory, and us for in the alternative. So we were like number 3, had fans in Florida that we never even played for, but it was great.
So how long did
records?
How long did the band go before, and what broke it up?
Just,
Usual?
Differences.
Usual of creative differences, as they say?
Yeah, there was a couple other people in the band that were just having some issues getting along. We played for at least
politics.
At least 3 years solid. We won Best Alternative Band in San Diego back in, I think it was 98 or 99.
Oh, that's the San Diego Music Awards.
Yeah, the SC Music
good for
Awards.
You, way back then.
Yeah, and then I ended up years later, while I lived in Lake Havasu, I got a call from one of the guys that was in the previous band, and he said, hey, my band's touring right now. We've got a lot going on. We're about to let go of our drummer. Do you want to come audition?
Oh, wow.
I had 2 jobs in Havasu, and I said, okay, sure, I'll come try it.
I have to audition?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
They had touring budgets and a record just coming out. So, yeah, I got to travel 2009 to 2012.
Wow, touring and
that was touring with the band called The Little Ones. Yeah, that was just one of the best times of my life, just being able to travel, get paid to play music. We spent a month in Europe.
How old were you at the time?
I was 29.
Yeah, I was in the music business from about 22 to 32. And it was definitely the most fun thing on the planet. I worked for United Artists Records and was into all of that stuff. It's a fun career for young people.
So fun. That's when Facebook was coming out, so we could post stuff, people would hear about us, and then we spent a month overseas. It's fun. It's fun. And that was one of the problems with the, never mind.
So part of your education, the first episode we're talking about here is the education and the background and how he learns to be able to be in a position to even start his own business. So now we're going along, your band finally breaks up. You get introduced to Google. So you're going to go work for Google now. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I moved up north to be with a previous girlfriend and just started looking around. And I was like, why not give it a try? They were just starting local services by Google. That's the Google Guarantee program where you show up with the green badge. And I just said, hey, I worked at a small business. I love digital advertising. I'm learning. I love a chance. And I ended up working there for a 2-year contract, then moved over to a couple different software companies, went back for another year contract. And that's when I decided, I think I can just do some of this on my own.
So this is interesting to me because there's a lot of businesses where you can go to school and you can just learn the thing and you can go into that business. Digital marketing is such a fast-moving, changing thing. I mean, I know there's college degrees in it now. There wasn't 10 years ago. And you had to figure out a way to learn it. And to get into a Google, I can imagine that was probably the best graduate school you ever had.
Absolutely. Between that and then running your own ads, I think being able to look at a ton of different data from all different types of businesses, from the high spenders to the small businesses, what's working, what's not, and then understanding what the numbers really mean, right? Impressions and clicks don't really matter unless you're getting the right people to your site and they're actually taking action, and then they're calling you, booking appointments, and then you're actually selling them something or helping them out. That was probably one of the best trainings, taking all the courses, but then looking at the real numbers. Running your own ads is something that, can teach you really quickly because you can burn. Google will take your money very fast.
I think all of them do. Nobody has any problem taking money, at least in business that I've been around. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we're going to come back and learn how he identified a digital agency as the type of business that he wanted to go into. We'll be back in a few minutes.